What's up, you guys? Anthony here. Welcome back to another video. And in this video, I want to show you how to find winning products that you can start and scale a branded dropshipping business with to your first $1,000 day or even beyond, as I have done live on this channel. You can go back and watch my videos of literally showing the entire product, showing the entire store, and doing it live in front of you. And exactly as many of our, I think over 100, hundreds now at this point of our community members have done inside of God to Ecom. Shout out to Hio, who literally just hit his first 16K day on this particular store. Brandon just hit another $500 day on a totally brand new store. Spencer's killing it out here. So I'm going to show you how to find products like this in less than 20 minutes. And I also want to teach to you a new way of thinking about products that will allow you to not only spend less time doing product research, but it will also allow you to improve your success rate with every product. So if you're somebody who finds yourself constantly cycling through products, you just test, spend $100 on a CBO, and then you move on to the next one, and you feel like you're just churning through products, I'm not only going to teach you a product research strategy, I'm going to teach you how to think about products in a different way that will allow you to test fewer products and win on more of them so you can actually start making money. Let's go. Now, really quick, a lot of you guys might not know this, but I actually joined a mentorship back in 2021 from a guy called Alex Fedorov. You guys have probably heard of it. I'm sure some of you guys are even in that group. I joined this way back in 2021. You can see I had long hair, and hit my first 100K month on a store through his course. And I learned a product research criteria that I pretty much still use to this day and teach my own students because it works so powerfully. But as you'll see in a second here, it's not so much about the criteria as it is about how you use the criteria and think about it. So the criteria for a winning product is very simple. We want to find something that's proven to sell. Ideally, the estimated revenue needs to be above $300,000 per month, and I'll show you how to approximate that pretty accurately without using any paid tools or using any bullshit like Shop Hunter or anything like that. It needs to solve a problem with urgency and intensity to be solved. If you read Breakthrough Advertising, one of Eugene Schwartz's primary criteria for mass desire is urgency, intensity, and degree of demand to be satisfied. So we need something that people are actively looking to solve, or something that is painful enough that they would actually take action on it. Number 3, we need to be able to sell it for a 2.5 to 3x multiple of the AliExpress price while remaining reasonable. Or in other words, we need to be able to price it at a price point that after we factor in our cost of goods and our shipping will leave us with a 70% gross profit margin or beyond. Anything less than that, you're not going to have enough margin left over for Facebook ads. And typically what I'm recommending now is like optional, or I'll put recommended here. Recommended. The reason why I'm recommending this is because with Andromeda in 2025 and going into 2026, Facebook ads are always going to be continuing to get more and more expensive, which means CPMs are going to go up, CPAs are going to go up. The cost of the inventory on Facebook is always going to increase. And so the more that you can pay to acquire a customer, the better chance you have of winning in the long run. So the days of launching image ads of iPhone cases and hitting $5 CPAs and scaling to the moon are completely gone. So for me, my recommendation is you aim for products or AOVs and bundles where you can hit at least a $50 CPA target. Just what I've seen in running products myself and seeing hundreds upon hundreds of students now in God to Ecom run products. The best products seem to be at a sweet spot of around a $50 CPA target. Anything less than that, you're really, really handicapping how much you can spend. And it's just unsustainable to scale Facebook ads to 10K a day, 50K a day and beyond when you require anything less than a 50. If you need like a $20 CPA, it's just unsustainable, and it rarely ever will scale if you need anything less than that. I'm sure there's instances, but for the average beginner, I'm telling you right now, it's a very low probability that you will scale if you require less than a $50 CPA to $10,000 a day in revenue and beyond. Lastly, it needs to be lightweight and can be held in two hands to avoid high shipping costs. It needs to be evergreen, so it's a non-seasonal product. I can buy it in winter the same way I can buy it in the summer. And lastly, it can be sold in combination with other complementary products. I'm going to add an or here. Or can people need Okay, so let me talk about these two really quick. Last criteria is basically how we score a product on its ability to be upsold with other products. So again, how do we maintain a CPA target and healthy gross profit margins? Well, one way to do that is to increase average order value and get people to spend more on our stores. And the way that we do that is we sell them other complementary products. Another way that we do that is if people need more than one, we can get really creative with offering them bundles and discounts. So if you sell any clothing items, or let's say you sell shapewear, these are good examples of products that people naturally need / want more than one of, or often are buying not just one when they buy these kinds of products. Most people, when they buy shirts, are typically going to buy like 2, 3, 4 if there's a good deal. Or it's a product that people run out of and need more. This is for all of you subscription MRR guys out there, not the black hat ones, fuck that. But is this a product where you get 30 of them, you use one every day, you run out at the end of day 30, and you need more supply? Then those products are great. So this is the criteria. Proven to sell, solves an urgent problem. You can maintain 70% gross profit margin, recommended CPA of about $50. It's lightweight and can be held in two hands to avoid high shipping costs. It's evergreen, it can be sold to non-seasonal, and it can be sold in combination with other products or itself. That's it. That's the criteria. So let's talk about how to actually use these criteria to find the products themselves. And all I do is I use a I use a tool called Get Hooked. I'm not affiliated, not sponsored. I just tend to like this tool the best. And all I'll do is go into, again, the filters aren't really as important so much as the criteria and what I'll explain on this slide here. So let's go to our filters. We're just going to select the country that we want to target in. We're going to set our performance filters to anything 4 and 5 stars. We're going to do the ad format as image. We'll even put video in there as well. We're going to do leave the static ad style blank. We're going to put status as still running. We're going to go into our niche, and typically I'll leave that blank and do the niche targeting up here in the search function. Runtime, we're going to do minimum 7 days to make sure we're seeing ads that haven't just been launched and we're seeing them next day. Language, we want to go to English, just like this. Okay, channels, we want to do Facebook and Instagram only, no TikTok. Start date, don't really need. Creative usage, sometimes I'll mess around with this depending on like what products are showing up, but I'll typically put like more than 5 to 10 just to make sure there's a few instances of these particular ads being used, because some people scale. Are you kidding me right now? What the fuck is this? I'm totally lost my train of thought. I mean, what is going on here, guys? Anyways, so what I was saying was typically I'll do this more than 10 because some people prefer to horizontally scale and take their post IDs and do them in multiple ad sets, while others scale vertically. So I put this here just to make sure I'm covering all my bases. Brand active ads, typically you want to do more than 10. That might get rid of that one that we just saw there. And the video length and hide brands, you could pretty much leave blank, and we'll talk about that in a second. Okay. All right. So typically what I do is basically just scroll through the feed that I have here and just save any ads that catch my eye. So obviously, even though I put this filter ad or this ad filter on here, dude, am I going to get demonetized from having this? I mean, this is insane. Okay, so typically what I would do, as I was saying, is I would save any ads that show up on my feed. In fact, we're going to filter this down to, let's put more than 50 active ads being used. Maybe we can get rid of that BBL on there. If it shows up, I'm fucking done, bro. I don't know what else to do. Oh my God, dude. All right, we're going to go right past that because we're still in November. If you know, you know. And we're just going to keep scrolling through until we see a product that potentially meets all these criteria. I mean, when I'm scrolling through the, tool like Get Hooked, of course, primarily what I'm looking for is, proven to sell and solves a problem. These things you kind of have to like think about afterwards. You can't really determine if something, well, I guess you can. All right, we'll keep all the criteria in mind. I guess the main thing then is solves a problem with urgency and intensity to be solved. And you can do that by just seeing like what text are they using on the ad, how are they marketing the product, etc. So this product immediately catches my eye because number one, these guys have 7,700 active ads, and they definitely solve a problem with urgency and intensity to be solved. So the first thing I'm gonna do is track this brand in Brand Spy, And next thing I would do is click on the offer to see what the website looks like. Now, I'm going to have them open in Get Hooked as well as the website, so we can talk about a couple things here. But as soon as I click on the website, first thing I want to see is this product validated? Now, I'm using a Chrome extension called SimilarWeb. This Chrome extension will allow you to see the monthly website traffic. This is going to be, if you guys have seen the channel before and seen my content before, then this is going to be a refresher. So apologies for the redundancy, but for those of you that are new, basically what I can see here is that 220,000 people visited this website in October. You do want to see some consistency here, just because if you see no visitors from August to September and a bunch of visitors in October, it might not be as proven because they just started up. Something like this is awesome, where you see consistent above 100,000 visitors, and then boom, they started scaling it likely for Black Friday, Cyber Monday. So we can actually approximate the revenue to figure out if these guys are doing $300,000 per month plus by doing a simple calculation where we go to their website, we take their monthly visitors, and we go to a calculator. And in this calculator, we're going to type in the website visitors that we just found. So it was 220,000. So 220,000 monthly website visitors. Next, we're going to approximate how many of those visitors actually converted by using an estimated conversion rate of 3%. So we're going to say 0.03. Oh, shit, wait. 220,000, that's, wait, times 0.03, okay? And that tells us approximately how many people have converted. 6,600 people, approximately, of those 220,000 turned into conversions. Next, what we're going to do is to approximate the revenue, is to try and see, okay, what their revenue is by seeing what their average order value is. Now, this is a little bit more difficult because they have multiple options here, ranging from $28 all the way up to $150. Now, to be on the safe side, I'm just going to approximate. I'm not going to factor in subscriptions, although I would almost guarantee majority of people are taking this bundle here. I'm going to say on the one-time purchase side, it's probably somewhere between like 32 and 86, although it's probably higher. Yeah, let's just be super duper conservative and say the average order value on this brand is 50, which, come on, you and I both know it's probably way higher than that. We're going to take the average order value of 50 and multiply that by the number of people that have converted, and that's going to give us approximately 330,000, because we took the estimated orders multiplied by the estimated value of each order to give us 330,000. In actuality, what do I think these guys are doing? They're probably doing closer to $100 AOV. I would be very shocked to see this brand doing anything less than $100 AOV. So immediately this product hits that first criteria, which is that it's proven to sell with Facebook ads. Does it solve a problem with urgency and intensity to be solved? Absolutely. Anything to do with cosmetics, hair loss, skincare, these are multi-billion, if not trillion-dollar industries. Maybe trillion is a bit of a stretch. As soon as I said it, I was like, trillion's a lot of money. Multi-billion-dollar industries for sure. So we know like this problem has been around for so long. People want to solve it actively. Anything to do with hair loss or hair fallout is tried and true. So crosses that criteria, we could definitely sell, find a supplement, and get it to 70% gross profit margin and easily hit that $50 CPA target by doing probably a similar bundle deal where we do 1, 3, and 6. Average order value is probably going to fall around 100. Especially if we're doing subscription offers, then we can have a little bit more flexibility with the CPA, but we can easily hit that. Is it lightweight? Absolutely. Can it be sold year-round? Absolutely. And can it be sold in combination with other complementary products? A little bit. I mean, there's probably some things that we can upsell with it, but most importantly is that people run out and need more. So again, for criteria number 6, you can basically get, as long as you cross one of these 3 things, you're pretty much good to go. And so if people are going to run out of this and need more, this is a perfect product. And as you guys can see, they got the subscribe and save deal there. So this product, by all metrics, I would go ahead and test. It's proven to sell, hits all the criteria. Now it comes to a question of, okay, well, how do we actually sell this in a way that's going to maximize our chances of success? Because maybe you've seen this criteria. I do not claim intellectual property or ownership over this criteria. I literally told you where I got it from ESS 2.0. So, and I've been using it for years and I've been teaching it to students for years. So the question then becomes, okay, well, now that we have this product, how do we actually sell it? What's the starting point for selling it in a way that's going to, as you promised, Anthony, increase my percentage of winners across products that I test? So increase my success rate across products that I test. Now, this is the point in the video where a lot of people are going to click off, or most of the people that who are probably never going to see success in e-com, truthfully, have already clicked off because I've already given them the tactics. So for the 5% of you that are still watching, let's dive into the actual important stuff that dictates your success with any product. So we have this product, which is a hair, skin, and nails product. It's a supplement that helps to promote hair growth and prevent hair loss. So when it comes to selling a product like this, especially supplement when it can appeal to many different things, the key thing that is going to improve your success with any product like this is targeting, when you have the product, is targeting the right desire, okay? Desire is the driving force of advertising. It is the overwhelming urge to buy that controls and makes all advertising work. And as Eugene Schwartz said, we cannot create desire, we can only channel pre-existing desires that already exist onto our products. What most of you guys are gonna do, what most beginners do, is they find a product like this, they go to Calodata, they download videos, they throw it into their ad account, and they rip, right? They let it rip, the $100 CBO, ripped videos, or they'll take some organic TikToks, download those videos, stitch them together with some hooks, throw them up on TikTok ads, and then get swiftly banned from the platform. And the problem with that approach is not only are you ripping content, but you're completely ignoring what makes all advertising work. For example, why does God Tier Ecom have 380 members? Because a lot of people want to learn how to make money online, or want to make money or escape the 9 to 5. These are pre-existing things that people want, and God Tier Ecom is just the vehicle to get them there. And it's the same thing with your product. People don't want the product, they want the transformation or outcome they think the product will give them. And so when you are selling a product for the first time, or you're deciding on a product to sell for the first time, once you have the product locked in, you validated the product, your first step is to start searching for pre-existing mass desires. And you don't want to, the key here is you don't want to just go after the obvious ones, right? So the obvious ones, right? But you can use those as a starting round. The obvious ones are going to be the ones that your competitor is already targeting. So we have, in the case of this product, we've got hair loss, and that seems to be the main one that they're targeting. Hair fallout, hair growth, hair thinning, I guess balding in a way. I mean, they say hair, skin, and nails, but as you can see, the 3 bullet points here are pretty much all focused on healthier hair. So let's just say I want to prevent hair loss, could be one. Maybe it could be like thicker hair, but even that is sort of, okay. Now, hair loss, thicker hair, these are mass desires that people already have in the market, meaning millions of people, to this day, right now, as I record this video, millions of women are walking around thinking, I want to prevent hair loss, or I want to treat my hair loss, or I want to, mitigate or lessen my hair loss, or I want to grow thicker hair. And this is great, right? Now, this is level 1 with a product. Now, a lot of people are going to take this product and target hair loss, and they're going to think that this is the mass desire. They think that this is the desire that's going to scale this product. Or they're going to target hair loss and be like, oh, my ads aren't scaling. Why is this the case? The reason why it's not scaling is because these, hair loss, thicker hair, these are what we call surface desires. Okay? So these are surface desires, meaning these are things and wants people have that exist on the surface. This is what your audience says they want. So what they say, right? This is what they say, okay? Now, the reason why, if you try to target a product like this, you're going to think you're doing such a great job and you're targeting these surface desires, you're going to think that this is great, right? I did the research. People want this product because of hair loss. It's like, yeah, no shit, dude. Of course they want it for hair loss. I mean, look at the fucking product page. But this is not what they actually want. And Schwartz doesn't make this distinction in breakthrough advertising to the extent that I think he needed to actually teach this. But all of his examples in context exhibit what I'm about to explain to you right now. which is there's a distinction between surface desire, meaning what people say they want, and what you need to be targeting with your products moving forward that's going to improve your success rate is the emotional desire, okay? The emotional desire. Now, this is what people actually want. This is what people, I'm going to write it. Actually, fuck this. Fuck drawing on Miro boards, bro. I'm just going to type this shit. This is what they actually want, okay? So when you target your product, it's not enough to figure out, okay, what surface problem, what logical problem do people want to solve? What you need to actually find is what emotional desire do they actually want? What feeling are they trying to move towards? What are they trying to stop feeling? Is there a social circumstance or a consequence they're trying to avoid? Is there a certain emotional outcome they want to achieve? All of these sound like very vague generalities when I say them, but here is a key example. If somebody has the surface desire to prevent their hair loss, what they're actually saying is, this is what they're actually saying. When they say that, what they're really saying is, I want to feel more attractive. So there was this Harvard professor that did a study, and what he found was that up to 95% of buying decisions are emotional and are a result of the subconscious mind. So they're not made logically because people think, I want to stop hair loss, like there's some fucking ChatGPT NPC bots walking around. These decisions are made, these purchase decisions are made because of emotions. And so if you target a product, if you pick a product, no matter how validated it is, no matter how amazing it is, no matter how proven it is, no matter how great it is, unless you're fucking Apple, no matter how much you talk about the surface problem or the surface desire, people aren't going to buy it because you're not appealing to their emotional state. And when people are scrolling on Facebook, right, they're scrolling through their content on Facebook really fast. They're trying to see their friends. They don't care, right? They're doom scrolling. They're subconsciously flowing through the content very quickly. They're not actively consuming anything. It's all subconscious processing that happens when people are scrolling social media. That's why you can doom scroll for hours and hours and hours, and you look up and you're like, what the fuck just happened to my time? It's because you're not consciously present and aware of what's taking place. It's your subconscious mind that's driving your doom scrolling. And so if you're just going to target a surface problem, you're never going to actually cut through the noise and compel someone to take action. So what you need to do is create ads that focus on the emotional desires. So the way that you do this is you find the surface desires, okay? These are going to point you in the direction of what people say they want, which is the perfect starting ground, okay? Once you find this, through research, you are going to pick up on what the emotional desires are. What are the emotions that are driving people to want to get rid of hair loss? Now, I'll give you a very easy paradigm to inform how you do this. There are 6 core emotions. Okay, there are 6 core emotions that we can make with our face, right? Here are the 6 core emotions. We've got sad, fear, anger, disgust, happy, and surprise. And as you can see, every other emotion is typically a permutation of one of these core 6, or sub-emotion, you could say. So if somebody's feeling insecure, what they're really saying is they're scared of something. If somebody's feeling anxious, what they're really saying is they're scared of something. Or, sorry, not scared, but they fear something. They fear an outcome. Somebody's insecure, they fear what other people are going to say about them. If somebody's anxious, they fear the outcome of a certain situation. Like if I'm anxious about a test, I fear getting a bad grade on the test or getting a bad result on something. So when you're doing your research, you're going to go to Reddit forums, Quora forums, YouTube comments, social media, anywhere that you can go online where people are discussing these problems. And you want to look for specific words, phrases that will point you in the direction of one of these 6 core emotions. And again, if somebody says one of these, right, what you want to do is figure out, okay, what are they actually saying? What's the deeper emotional driver? And you want to repeat this process across all of these surface desires. So if your product solves hair loss, if it solves hair thinning, let's imagine these are 3 separate and unique, distinct things. If it solves hair color, let's say, you want to take each of these surface desires. Typically, a product is only going to have about 3 to 5 of them. And then you want to figure out what are the emotional desires that drive people wanting to satisfy that logical desire. And then this is what you want to market to and appeal to in your ads. Yes, the hair loss is the logical thing that people are going to want to achieve. But in order to captivate their attention on Facebook ads in order to compel them to take action and to compel them to take out their credit card and transact with you, a brand that they've never heard of, buying a dropship product from China, you need to stoke the right emotional fire and drive the correct emotional response. And the only way to do that is to do the research on what emotions are driving these surface problems. Then, once you have that list, now you can begin your desire testing campaign, as I teach all across my YouTube channel. So guys, this is how you increase your win percentage on winning products and how you can sort of create winners for yourself and position them in a way that 99% of people are completely ignoring or bypassing because they're all focused on trying to solve these logical problems. And what you're going to do is you're going to focus on people's emotions and compelling them to take action. Because what people don't realize is all products equal, all funnels equal, all offers equal. The person who can drive the highest emotional response from their customer is the one who's going to make the purchase. If I can compel someone to take action and make them feel like they need this product right now, even if they know of another competitor, they will buy it from me. That's how powerful this is when you actually dial it in. So guys, this is probably my last product research video of the year. I don't think I'll need to make another one after this. I wanted to make a fully updated, I make these product research videos every few months as things kind of evolve and change, but this should be the last one of the year. So guys, this is the criteria for winning products. This is how you find them on a spy tool of choice. Mine of choice is Get Hooked. And then lastly, this is how you distinguish yourself from 99% of dropshippers and position the product in a unique way that's going to increase your win percentage on every product that you test so you can escape the cycle of testing and testing and testing so many freaking products. And guys, that is going to do it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed the content. As always, if you did, make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know in the comments what kinds of videos you want to see next or any issues or problems you're currently facing in your business so I can make content on those videos to help you out. But otherwise, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Happy Thanksgiving. Peace.